Hey fellas, welcome to my channel. As I said in my last video, I would like to make a tip and trick video from my pulls to help you out a bit. I will explain the run while doing it, that you know what you should use in the right time, and some other stuff like important rules or how to stack them back together. Let's start with the first pull, the hardest pull. We have 4 caster dwarves who can silence and dodge. We pass the box on his left side. After the box, you blink between the next 2 boxes. We had the dwarf and the bat. Try to get quickly around the corner that we don't get silenced. Now you use your speed pods and jump on the reset points to get a bigger distance to the dwarves. Barrier up and run to the end of the left side and block. There you at the 4th dwarf pack. You cancel the block as soon the boss and the dwarves are close to have a bit from the speed pods. With the blink after the block, you will have one more blink to get the good distance and save one. On the way back, you should stay on the right side because there are some more caster dwarves which you don't want to add, like I did. But 4 or 5, who cares? There are 3 important rules you should always remember. The first one is, it is important to stack them good when you arrive. That you can concentrate on your damage, don't damage while all arrive. The first corner when they arrive is the important one. Imagine an 180-degree L, so let them make some steps to the left and some in your direction. If you could stack them, start directly full damage with all you can. You want to get the caster down as soon as possible. Just show yourself quickly to set a bomb or flame and hide again. The second rule, if you have casters in the group and they heal or cast, always jump on the sides of them and bring the group to them. If they're already stacked, you need to jump as long as he is casting to rotate the mass around him. The third rule, easy rule, never let them pass the corner in front of you. An extension of the wall in front of you, no one should step over it. So that you know, I finished my analyze for Uldaman boosting run. It doesn't bring so much XP per hour as in cuts. I did a run between 10 and 12 minutes, which brings around 45% from a level with level 30 and around 35% each run with level 39. Cut start with 60% what you get and ends with around 33-39 each run with level 39. But here in Ulda, there is a lot of interesting stuff. Next to a lot of bisque greens, which are extremely expensive, you have a mass on ladder from silver to true silver. You have a bunch of silk and magic cloth, a lot of meats, and of course the red robes. And on top of that, it's a really good spot to farm the supplies. Let's come to some tips how to stack them back together. The first one I like to show you works just out when you can nova them or slow them. Easy to understand, you nova him or them and let the rest stack up. When they arrive, you jump up and down until the nova is over. I especially took this video because you can see in some situations good what I mean. But before we keep up with tips and the run, one important thing to know, which took me in that run around 12 minutes, I lost 12 minutes, but I want to show you the kill, because the stone boss can be done in the same way, like the stone pad. Normally the stone pad should be in the first pull, but if not, you should do him quickly solo. I tried some ways to pull him with the next groups, but he is too close to make a proper pull and always interrupt you when running, so you should kill him solo. And by the way, it's nice to know there are 2 mobs who can drop this expensive X Doom, which costs a lot of gold. And the stone pad is one of them, so always have a chance to get it, even you don't want to try the fox. If you want to kill the stone boss, I can recommend the same position, because he's casting an instant cyclone which slows you and silences you. If you do that and the cyclone comes close to you on the position where I'm at the moment, then you just pass more in front, there's a stone bank, and you do the same. You go to the wall and step under. The second pull, it is important that the boss is in the middle. I like to pull when the stone part goes around the corner. After I aggro the dwarf, I use my speed pot, run close to the last pack in the tunnel to pull them and block. On the way back, I pull with a bomb the last pack on the left side, and run to the back door. Because you can slow them, it's much easier to kill them there. When you arrive at the entrance of the back door, you can start bombing because you want to do as soon as possible damage, because you want to have them down as soon as possible. They're kind of hurry to kill them because you can slow them, so as quickly as possible. Don't forget the first rule, stack them good together when they arrive. Don't let them run too far, not like me here, but that gives me time to tell you another way to stack them. If they're at the entrance and you jump quickly up and down, some of them run a bigger circle, and that's how you can stack them, because the other one don't do that and then they come closer together. I will mark that for you that you can see it later, and yeah, you will see. Another tip when you struggle with a caster, try to hide as much as you can to get bit space between you and the caster, then show up and try to trigger his cast. When he's casting, stay on his position and hide to let the rest come closer. Another way to stack them, you can see that here in the video really good. If you step out more than usually, they follow you and run a longer way than the rest behind. So there's also a way to stack them. Because a stone pad can knock you down, if you play aggressively and want to make a lot of damage, be sure that your barrier is ready. For the second pull, you can choose if you want to use the mana rake rune on the chests, because there are no dwarves who can dodge, so the damage is kind of okay. You cannot slow them, so you don't play with the icy fingers, and to kill them a bit more quicker, because the stone pad has kind of a lot of HP, you can choose the mana rake rune. The third pull, aka left wing. Kind of easy, just one, code them to slow, go quickly around the corner to avoid the silence, Nova directly, run straight up. After you pull the non-elite scorpions, you drink your speed pots and pull the 2 trogs. With that group, you start to go at the new spot. Well, there is the option for blizzards on the way to stack them up, but these groups are kind of high and resist a lot, like here. So the only pull I use the blizz is the big pull to hold them in fights. For all other runs, it's more mana waste. For these groups, you will use the icy finger rune on your chest. The reason for that is when you blizzard them to stack, it will proc icy fingers. With your talents, that gives you a chance of plus 50% crit for frozen mobs. Your bomb's gonna crit like hell. I'm sorry that I got a bit lazy to change them after a while, but in my last video you can see how it works out. So the rotation should be hit out 4 to 6 bombs, blizzard them to stack. Meanwhile blizzard, it will proc icy fingers, and when your bombs run out, they will crit. The big pull, my favorite one. Yes, normally the scorpion shouldn't aggro at the beginning, so the run is already a bit screwed, but okay. You wait until the pet is there, jump on the reset spot and pull them both. Run down straight, body pull the non-elite and pull with a bomb turret. When you see your barrier goes down, refresh it. In worst case, use your mana shield. Go quickly around the corner, Nova, and run up to the non-elite and block. Wait until all mobs arrive and blink instantly. You don't use your speed pot here. If you pass there up on the right side and you go quickly to the left, the non-elite scorpions will go to the right and you have a free way on the left. The rotation here is important. Your Nova and your barrier will be up again. After you Nova the non-elite scorpions, you refresh your frost feathers. It is important after the Nova to do that, because you need another Nova soon, and the block too. So, you refresh the barrier, slow the trogs in front of you, the 2, it's important to slow them, and run straight to the boss. The Nova comes when the non-elite trogs moving. You go up, pull the boss and block. before the 2 trucks arrive, which you slowed before, you cancel the block and blink, speed pot and barrier up. You shouldn't let these trucks arrive at the block because they can hit you hard. So now it's important to do minimum 3 blizzards on the way back to the second spot. There's 1 blizzard left. I haven't done this in this video. I used here Living Flame to try if it would work out. It does kind of, but I would say use blizzard. The third blizzard should come now when you go down and before you enter at the spots. This is necessary that they don't reset. You go around the corner, jump on the spot and stay in the first corner. If you go more to the left, they will go or they will not go straight, they will make a little left move like you. Use your blizzard directly to stack them up and keep an eye on the boss. Counterspell him at the beginning to get him far. You can see here the Living Flame doesn't work out really good, so that's why I say use the blizzard. There are coming some resetted mobs who come back in fights and run after back to the group. So it can be kind of annoying, so blizzard is much better. When you struggle a bit with the boss, he doesn't do so much physical damage, so counterspell him and face tank him a bit until the rest come close. You shouldn't let him cast the chain lightning. The lightning bolts, they're kind of okay to hold, but the chain lightning does a lot of damage. Yeah, here normal rotation, try to get control of them and start with blizzard to stack them up and then bomb. They truck pull. In that run I missed the body pull and my bomb, so it's a really small pull and I do it in 2 pulls, but to explain is kind of good. So what we have here, we have on our left with the skull a pack, another pack on the stage, some single mobs on the way and another pack and the last pack at the tent. If there are more than 3 casters I wouldn't pull the caster pack. It's kind of difficult at the beginning. So what we do, we run, we body pull the left side, normally a bit more closer, you pull with a bomb the stage and you Nova, barrier up and blink away. Don't worry, you don't pull the boss, just stay on the right side and go to the second spot. The rotation is kind of the same like always. Do not blizzard them to stack them on the beginning, stack them first when they arrive all and start damage. As soon the casters arriving and start casting, you need to play with the pillar in front of your left. And if they're on the right side, diagonal, you go to the left. You always stay diagonal to them. In worst case, you can go around where I started here on the position, and or you go up and jump. Meanwhile, we do the trucks. I like to explain the runes. First option here for the first packs with big damage and no slow. The second option with icy fingers and here for groups you can slow. That means pull 3, 4 and 5. Where you can use the big damage rotation, you bomb a few times, blizzard them, stack them and get icy fingers that your bombs crit when they're running out. Make sure your talents are right for that. The last option is when you struggle a bit with mana, you can use it actually for all the pulls, when you can handle the first pull of course, because there comes a lot of damage and the regen is kind of really helpful there because of the dots and the silence. Here you can see that I missed my body pull with the skull and the bomb for the stage. This one you should pull in the last pull together actually. So why is Ulda interesting for me? Next to the nice expensive rare drops, you can find here a lot. From silver to 2 silver ores, a lot of meat, a lot of grey stuff, a lot of greens, bisque greens, and this is a good spot to farm supplies. And the ladder amount is insane. Of course hunter pulls are insane too, but I love to play mage and I have a hunter too. A mage hunter comp video is coming soon. Thanks for watching, I wish you good luck and see you around.